Hey guys, and welcome back to Culture Boys, a show where two guys just want to have a chat. I'm Nathan, and as always, I'm joined by Pepe, and this week, we are just chatting.
Yeah! I'm not gonna say what I normally say at the start of these episodes.
Please don't.
How you doing, mate? You good?
I'm alright, mate. I'm alright.
Yeah?
How are you?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. What's going on with you? You're alright? Usually a typical answer is I'm good. I don't think that's enthusiastic enough, Nathan. I feel like I need enthusiastic. Hell yeah, I'm good, brother. Like something like that would be like acceptable.
I mean, I would, but it's gonna be loud, and I don't particularly want to be incredibly loud. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, this is like a bit behind the scenes. It's a bit of a late record, this one, for us. Usually we record middle of the day, but this is like quite late at night this time.
yeah.
That is because more often than not, we have these kind of records when I'm personally traveling back from London or I have some other plans.
Yeah.
So another behind the scenes, I was in London this weekend and me and Nathan actually saw each other for what was going to be the main talking point of this episode, but it ain't now because we were going to go to the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure pop-up shop / live experience or whatever it was.
The JoJo's Bizarre Adventure World Tour
Yes.
is what it was called.
It's what it was. Yeah, arguably still is. It just was supposed to happen this Friday, was supposed to be the opening for it, and lo and behold, it got postponed.
Yep.
But we didn't find out until we got there.
Yep. Due to unforeseen circumstances.
Yeah.
We turned up and there was just a poster on the wall. Not even really a poster. It was like,
It was a flyer more than anything.
Pretty
Like
much.
I only saw it because I saw like it was one of the first things we saw when we came upstairs.
yeah.
For those who don't know, it was being held in Camden in the Bandai Namco store.
Yep.
And the Bandai Namco store, like, is quite it's like a little arcade downstairs with gacha machines, some fun games. Then upstairs, there's like a whole store full of all the Bandai Namco goods, including games. There's a One Piece card game store there,
Mm-hmm.
and there's like a bunch of merch, basically. Bandai Namco merch, funny enough.
What? Oh my god.
And what I can assume is that there's a third floor going upstairs, and I assume that's where the World Tour, the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure experience thing would have been.
Yeah, I don't know where else they would have put it, to be honest.
Yeah, because it's the only thing that, I don't think they would have closed the One Piece card store or the downstairs arcade for that. Like,
I was gonna say there's too much stuff like on each floor to
Yeah.
like, oh, we're just gonna get rid of all of that stuff for
Yeah,
this thing.
like,
Is like, where is that gonna go?
I don't know what the crack is with like how long it's gonna be there either. Like, regardless, I don't have the time to go back to London and do this thing again.
Have they even announced when it actually is now?
No, well, like, because originally it was like I only saw a poster of this as well. So, right, okay, so I've just found another updated thing for it.
Okay.
Bear in mind, like, this is posted on the 14th of February before the cancellations. At the JoJo's Bizarre Adventure World pop-up at Bandai Namco store, Camden, try your hand at the giant Garapon minigame, £6 to play. Exclusive JoJo's Bizarre Adventure World can badge. What? Oh, I think they mean pin. I think they mean pin badge. Okay, I was like, like exclusive JoJo's Bizarre Adventure World can badge, and I assume it's a pin.
I guess.
Basically, £6 spinner wheel, and you might get a badge. Basically, that's one thing. Okay, so it's here. Well, apparently it was 7th of March to the 20th of April. It was going to be around.
Okay.
I don't know what it's postponed to. I guess well, it just haven't given. I mean, to be fair, we got there. Like, I don't follow the Bandai Namco store on Instagram, which is where they posted the announcement of the postponement of it. I only saw this pop up on my newsfeed. That, oh, there's a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure thing happening here, and so I was like, oh, cool. But no, it's just they'll be announcing dates very soon. So maybe we will be able to go back to it at some point, but who knows? I think there's a
Maybe.
it's like it also means like I've got to make plans to go back down to London again. And it's like it's organizing that when you're in your 30s and organizing plans with people. That's hard enough as it is.
Yeah. Well, it's also just like the thought that it's happened once.
Yeah.
There's nothing to say it wouldn't happen again.
I think the annoying thing about it is I understand it wasn't a ticketed event either. It was just like come along and then
Yeah.
so I could like people paid money for tickets. I think there'd be a lot more outrage for it. However, it still feels a bit crappy to announce it. What was it? It says it's 4 days ago now that the thing is posted, and like we were there like like 2-3 days ago.
Yeah.
So like it is kind of like that's really short notice. When you look at the comments on that thing, a lot of people are saying, "Oh, well, I I booked travel to come here." What was it some person that said they were coming from Italy to see this thing? Like
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense because, like, I can't imagine there was, even though it's like world tour, quote unquote,
yeah,
it probably wasn't going to hit like every major country, city in
no,
Europe and wherever else. So it probably was just like, look, here it is. So a bunch of people,
yeah,
understandably, being big fans of JoJo, you don't know what is there.
no,
So you probably would end up being like, well, I guess I could swing a cheap-ish ticket for
yeah.
like a weekend break away.
It just feels like I feel gutted for the people that booked travel down specifically for this. I was in London for another reason. I went to see a Franz Ferdinand gig the day before, so this was only a bonus thing for me. I luckily I didn't come down just for this,
Yeah.
but it feels a bit meh for those things. But like, yeah, again, at one point I can understand that it's not a ticket event, so they don't feel so bad about announcing that closure so late. But I still think it's a bit. They could have put something out earlier. I feel like they should have.
They should have.
Yeah.
They honestly should have. I mean, we're not talking about some like niche franchise that's like, oh, nobody knows what that is anymore. Like
Yeah.
that's JoJo's is huge now, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not the way it was back then.
Yeah.
Like a day notice, that's nothing, man.
Maybe they were worried. I don't know what. Again, it's unforeseen circumstances as well. So God knows what was going on, what they were missing, or what was going on there.
Don't know.
Maybe they saw the the Willy Wonka Charlie the Chocolate Factory experience thing that went down last year, and it's like just AI artwork on the walls, and then it's like, oh, what's that? What's that? It's the unknown. I don't know if you ever saw that, Nathan.
I didn't bother like
You didn't see? Oh, it was like it was one of the best. It was one of the best memes of last year, bro. That was so funny. Like,
yeah, I heard about it, but I didn't bother looking into it because I was like, I just don't care.
yeah. Ah, man. Sometimes it's just funny for the meme. It's just funny for it. But yeah, like yeah, in two minds, if it weren't ready, at least they can postpone it rather than putting on a crappy thing. But like, yeah,
But then like you say like not ready, but it's the same fucking thing that was in Japan like 2 years ago.
yeah.
All you do is ship over the things and set it up.
Yeah, I mean, if you got a date to work towards, surely it should have gone ahead. But like,
Like the only
yeah,
thing that we could think, that actually happened is like, oh, something happened, as in like it's a late shipment or something, it got trapped,
yeah. So something got delayed. Yeah,
stuck on a fucking boat somewhere
yeah,
or something, right? It's late. Okay, fair enough. Shit. That kind of stuff has been happening a lot recently, just like shipping large things in containers all over the place. Like all these shipping containers have just been getting fucking delayed all over the place for fuck knows why. But like that's the only thing that I could think would be the reason. Because again, like I saw pictures of this,
mm-hmm.
like at least like the main graphic. I've seen that before back when it was in Japan. So I'm like, it's not like you're making a whole new thing.
Yeah. I was kind of going in blind with this. I didn't know exactly what it would have been, but you said you saw pictures. Like I think you see that said like Sea Dog VA did it as well or something like that. Was like
I've seen some people already go, like C-Dog VA obviously
yeah,
he's a huge JoJo fan,
yeah,
but like I only saw on his socials like the main graphic and then like
yeah.
one of those, I don't think it might have been a real chair actually, I don't know.
Mm.
But like there was like a chair, because the main graphic is like all the JoJo's like sat in a line.
Yeah.
And then there's like a photo up, so there's a chair and you can sit in it and like get your photo taken in the lineup of JoJo's.
Yeah.
That's what I saw. I don't know like what else was there.
Yeah, it must have been like I think there would have been like exclusive merch. It's by the sounds of it, there were, like t-shirts and stuff like that. Obviously there was that pin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was.
I mean, that's the thing. I'm like, for all we know, we would have gone and still been like, cool, that was a fun 20 minute.
Yeah, in fairness, I don't know what I was kind of expecting for a lot of it anyway, but like you can just win even like the Instagram post I'm looking at now. It's like, hey, there's 12 types of pin badges. I wouldn't have paid £6 for one of these badges though. They look like they've just I don't know, like I'll show you now, Nathan, this thing. Like it's £6 for that. And I'm like
I
yeah,
don't.
yeah.
The worst thing is, the second floor is a merch store.
Yeah.
And they had actual figures and stuff, and I'm like, you're telling me £6 for a fucking pin badge?
Yeah.
Not even £6 to enter and like win a cool figure or something?
It's like you could have done a bit better than badges, you know what I mean? You can't just slap the word exclusive on it and make me want to pay £6 for it, you know what I mean?
The only way it would have been worse is if it was £6 and it's, oh, we've got these 12 different clear files. Oh boy, you can win a clear file, you know?
Yeah, it checks out with the clear file at least. I think I'd be as bad as it sounds. I actually think I'd be more excited about a clear file than a cheap badge like that.
I don't know. To me, they're all on the same level
It
of
is,
like
yeah.
tat. I don't want any of that. If I'm going to be spending £6, right, to essentially play the lottery,
Mhm.
I better be fucking winning something cool, not just some tat that I could buy downstairs or.
In fairness, Nathan, like I don't know, I look at this and like, what would I have actually wanted here? And they've got like a few examples of the merch here, for example. So like, one thing is the t-shirt. That there.
Okay, that looks good.
That's £20 for the t-shirt, which is understandable. £20 for a t-shirt is
Fair, okay, yeah.
yeah, for that promotional thing, that's fair.
Yeah.
You got ribbon scarves, which I'm not sure what a ribbon scarf is.
I don't know.
That's £30, wherever it is.
What the hell? How is that more than a t-shirt?
Is it like fabric? If it's fabric, then it's like I probably would pay. If it's an actual scarf,
I don't know.
then maybe I might actually be like tempted to be like, okay, yeah, that's actually quite cool. Like, you know, like if it's like
Yeah.
like Joseph or something like that. You get a tote bag.
I don't care about a tote bag.
Tote bag, that's £15. Which is quite absurd to be fair, I think.
Bro, I know people like tote bags and
Yeah.
stuff, but like the more we go on in society, I'm like, tote bags are quickly to me becoming the same kind of tat as a clear file and a fucking badge.
I'd only have a tote bag if it's been given to me for free. I don't think I've ever paid for a tote bag before, and I don't think I ever want to.
I don't think I have.
Also, there's this poster, which is not a bad,
Oh, okay, yeah, so the like main graphic.
not a bad. That poster's £15 as well. I think that's right. Putting a poster in the
Depends on the size, but like
yeah, that's true.
that's not bad price. If it's like a decent sized poster.
For the exclusive merch, I think that's actually quite reasonable for that. That's what they had there. That was what they promoted for that. So
Yeah.
like reasonable price for merch. Like for like yeah, cool. I might have come away with
Probably a t-shirt at least for me.
I might have come away with a t-shirt depending on what the quality is. I think that's the one thing I'd be really skeptical.
I don't know. I like that design, so I probably would have.
Yeah. I think I might have come away with possibly a t-shirt. I might just end up using it like as a house t-shirt, depending on what quality it is.
Fair.
I probably would have come away with a poster, and I probably, depending on the quality of what that ribbon scarf is, I might have come away with a ribbon scarf as well.
Okay.
Yeah. But again, the saddest thing about what we're talking about right now is that we could have had this. Like this is written in our episode plans. Is like, oh yeah, just trying with a focus on Jojo World, and now it's like, oh, like you said, it's a sad, retrospective.
Everything, the day included, everything was planned around this one event.
Yeah.
All of us, myself, Pepe, and some more friends, meeting to go do this thing.
Yeah.
And then we were going to record this episode and like be like, oh yeah, the JoJo thing, and then this and that. And as soon as we saw that fucking thing, that flyer on the wall, that was just like everything came crumbling down. It was like, God Fucking damn it.
You know, the weirdest thing is with it is that, like, when we got to the store, I generally saw like two guys walking down, and I think I saw one of them have like the JoJo World, like a flyer kind of thing, like a postcard sized flyer in his hand with the JoJo World stuff on there. And I just assumed, oh, cool, it's here. That's cool. I don't know where he got that from. Maybe it was just a promo leaflet that he just found on the side somewhere.
Maybe, or maybe they gave him one. I don't know.
Yeah, well, like I saw that, I was like, "Oh, cool, it's there." And it's like, no, like it's
Well, the funniest thing is, like, the closest we found to JoJo was the game.
yeah,
And then there was like one glass case filled with like JoJo merch, and that was it.
yeah.
There was literally like nothing else anywhere else in there. And we're like, cool.
We got like more JoJo references from the like Forbidden Planet and all those sort of places that we went to
Yeah.
afterwards. But like all in all, like it wasn't a wasted day though. It was quite like,
No, I mean,
don't get me wrong, it was focused around that, but like we went for like some Korean barbecue after that.
yeah, we still hung out and had a good time, you know?
Yeah, I had to walk around. I bought a Gintoki figure from there. I was like, I ain't coming away empty-handed. Like all the money that I would have probably spent on that merch went on a Gintoki figure. And I collect figures every now and then. I don't go as hard as I used to.
Mm.
But like, I don't know. I was like, oh, cool. I actually haven't got a good Gintoki figure at all. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. I'll get that. Like, I think the last one I owned was kind of like one of those small, cheaper ones that you get like this,
Oh, yeah.
like they come in like a box, probably about like, I don't know, 10 inches tall or whatever. And it's like, oh yeah, you put this together. It's
Mm.
like, that's the only Gintoki figure I kind of have, considering like Gintama's like my favorite anime and manga of all time. Like, like I actually thought like, oh, okay, cool. It's quite cool to actually have like an actual decent figure of that.
Fair.
Yeah, but you just like just had some Korean barbecue and you were like, yeah, sorted for the day, weren't you?
Yeah, bro, I was fed. I had good food. And we just got to hang out, you know?
You had a taiyaki ice cream as well, didn't you?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, Chinatown Bakeries. I've never been to Chinatown Bakery before.
I never been to that second location.
Yeah,
I've always been to the like bigger one down by the car park, in the old pagoda bit. Whenever I'm like around, I've like shuffled my way in there, like pushed
Yeah.
past a bunch of like people blocking the way, and then like,
it's always a queue there, isn't it? Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, oh, okay, yeah.
well, like it's because it's like you go in there and you either know what you want or you're going in to browse, and most people are like going in to browse and maybe they'll buy something, but
Yeah.
like it's just because it's like really cramped in there.
Is it like, if you went in there, queue aside, all the hype that's there, is it worth it, Chinatown Bakery?
Yeah, it's the best one in Chinatown, like hands down.
So it is actually worth. It is worth it. Yeah, you're not like if there was a queue, like it'd be worth the queue, basically. Yeah.
If I ever want to get anything, that Chinatown Bakery specifically, because there is another one called Chinatown Bakery presented by something tea.
Yeah.
That's not the one we're talking about. We're talking about the other one.
Mm-hmm.
But that is by far the best bakery in Chinatown.
Okay.
Like they're the legitness.
What do you usually get from there? Because you got a taiyaki ice cream from this one, but like, what would you usually get from a Chinatown Bakery?
I always just go for my classic Chinese barbecue pork bun or a char siu bao.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll get egg tarts, and then that's it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Just like, yes, that's the standard stuff. Nothing too like mad. Yeah.
Yeah, those are literally like the things I grew up eating.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, like people are like, oh, you know, grew up having like a ham and cheese sandwich or whatever. I'm like,
Okay.
yeah, I grew up eating char siu bao and dan tat, egg
Yeah.
tarts, the egg tarts and barbecue Chinese pork buns. Like
But the funniest thing is that like it was like if I was in a day out in London, I'd go to like Forbidden Planet, or I'd go to was the Tokyo Toys that was there.
yeah,
Like sometimes I'd find myself in London, and be like, oh, I've got a bit of time to kill. Maybe I'll go Tokyo Toys. We'll go Forbidden Planet. Maybe I'll go to like that other random like store that sold anime figurines at one point. Like,
oh yeah.
there's a bunch of those kind of ones. Like it was in the Trocadero, but then the Trocadero shut down. But the shop was still available to get through for a different point.
Yeah.
So I'd walk into there at some point and be like, I'd buy some weird shit from there. And then, like, funny enough, I didn't get my barbecue pork buns from Chinatown Bakery. I got it from like a random guy on the side of the street.
Oh my god.
But like, they were still good. It was like, oh, that's quite good. Like, but
I mean, I'm sure, but like that's just like
I don't know how good. I don't know why I was so trusting off like pork buns on the side of the street. Like,
Yeah, just from some random dude as well. Like, what?
yeah, like we people get like street hot dog and stuff like that in New York.
I mean, I've done that, and I probably shouldn't have done that.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I was playing a game there, bro. I was like, I've done that before, and it was sound, it was good, but like realistically, I probably could have got that from anywhere else and probably had a better experience of it, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, your experience might have been the same,
yeah.
but like,
So a trustworthy source probably would have been better.
yeah, you would have been less skeptical if you had
Yeah.
bought it from a bakery or a restaurant or just
Yeah.
any establishment that wasn't a random man on the street.
Especially like what was around that area like 10 years ago as well. There's some good places which have shut down since like that place is like
Yeah.
yeah, like there's a lot of stuff that's open around Chinatown now, which is kind of like okay, I feel like it's open for the tourist appeal more than anything these days. Like there's a lot of that kind of stuff that's around there. Yeah.
I mean, any Chinatown anywhere is always a tourist trap.
Yeah, of course.
Always.
Yeah, like you gotta find those places that
Yeah.
like that was one thing that like I remember like the fun thing is this is like our experience on Friday was very reminiscent of when we went to see Your Line April last year
Mm.
because it was almost like an identical kind of let's go Camden.
Yeah, because we went to Camden to hang out, then we went back
Yeah.
into Central,
Yeah.
and then we went to eat, and then
Yeah, it was like almost identical, like the process of things we did. Like, I think we were even planning to get like a sujiri at one point, but we ended up because like we didn't know what to do.
yeah.
It was like we were just sat in spoons for a bit, like, and deciding which restaurant to go to from there, and like deciding what kind
Mm.
of food we wanted. Because like,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm glad I didn't get the sujiri in the end because I'm
yeah.
like, probably couldn't have eaten that taiyaki ice cream afterwards.
Uh,
I would have had matcha, like, then Korean
okay.
barbecue, followed by some more matcha, and I'm like, I like matcha, don't get me wrong, but I'm like,
You could overdose
that's
on the matcha.
that's
Not
a
overdose,
lot,
but
you know?
yeah, just go a bit too hard on the matcha.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm like, that's too much. It's too much.
Yeah, but no, like it was still like a fun day. I still enjoyed that, like all the experiences that I had. Then I don't.
Bruh, I had a great time, and okay, it was only a few days ago, but like,
Yeah,
god dang, I'm still thinking of that barbecue, you know?
that barbecue was really good. Like considering, like, have you been to Korean barbecue before at all?
No, that was my first time ever.
Because like I've been to like a Japanese barbecue where they just like it's the same, very similar concept.
Yeah.
It's just different meats basically, and like I had like wagyu there, and it was like all that kind of like all the thin strip stuff. This is like they give you like a proper all sorts at this one, and we had some like yogurt soju as well, which was
Which also my first time having that, and that was also banging.
it was right, weren't it? Like it's been a couple years since I've had it, but like I was vibing with that yogurt soju, man. That was a good one.
Dude, I could have had a couple of bottles of that pretty easy.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing that gets you about the soju, bro. Yeah, I think everyone could have a couple bottles of soju quite easily. It's how you react afterwards, which is going to be the kicker.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you know, I would have had the couple of bottles, and then like I would have eaten more food.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that sounds like a good day too.
I'm not gonna lie. The more I think about it, I'm like, I probably could have killed that platter myself.
What, the whole thing?
I reckon.
The whole meat thing. I reckon I'd get through. I think minus the steak. I think I could get through all of it.
I mean, like every outing we've had, the older we get, the more I'm realizing like you boys are starting to eat less, and I have just not changed.
Yeah.
My appetite is the same, and I'm like, I'm still eating at least 2 people's worth of food.
I'm not a big boy no more, Nathan. Like I was a bigger boy back then. I mean, don't get me wrong. I probably could like eat more, but I think the amount that I had there, I think was enough to be like contently full. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I'm trying not to like overeat. Like just because I can eat more food doesn't mean I should, because I feel like I'm not gonna feel great afterwards. You know what I mean?
Fair.
Like there's some things I was like, oh, okay, yeah, I could have that. I could have that. Like part of me was still like, should I get the corn cheese thing or whatever that was?
I'm not gonna lie. If you actually are just going, fuck it, let's get it, I would have actually probably gone in with you, and then I
Yeah.
probably would have got some more meat.
Yeah, I did see you. You were browsing that, maybe. Yeah.
because I'm like, I won't. I'm on my ones
Mhm.
here. Everyone else is like done, so I was like, I don't want people
Yeah,
to,
yeah.
I don't want to sit around. You guys just sitting there waiting for me to finish.
Mm,
I was like, it's cool. We're there for like a late lunch. So it was
mhm.
like, I ate enough to be like, okay, that was lunch. I could still eat, but I don't need to necessarily eat.
Yeah.
I'm not full, but it's cool. But like, honestly, if you turn around and went, fuck it, let's get that, I'd be like, okay, cool, round two, we're going. We're doing this.
Yeah,
We're doing this.
yeah. You all we need is one person to be like, yeah, go, let's go. And the slightest bit of convincing, he would have been like, yeah, let's go, baby.
Well, yeah, because then it's majority. It's like
Yeah,
2/3, isn't it? Like,
yeah.
otherwise, if it's just me, then I'm like, oh, two people are sitting there waiting for me
Mm.
to finish.
No, I think luckily you were there for the vibes in it, so like it's like
Yeah.
well and the food obviously, but yeah, but that was quite good. I think like a bit of behind the scenes as well. Like one of the things that was going on that day a lot for me was trying to protect this new tattoo that I have as well, because
Yeah.
like bit of behind the scenes, like about just over a week ago, I got a tattoo on my upper right arm, like roughly like where like a t-shirt would cut off basically,
Yeah.
but it's still like kind of put like it's a just a bit of context. It's like the locket from Nisekoi. Like if anyone knows who Nisekoi is, watch our episode back then. You know, it's famous for anime. Yeah, I don't need to go into much about that. We talked about it a couple times now.
Mm.
Like I got that like just over a week ago because I was like, look, I want to get a tattoo before summer comes around, before the sun's out and I have to worry about shielding it all the time.
Yeah.
And it just so happens that the weekend, like after I've got it, is one of the sunniest weekends in the whole of the UK this year
Yep.
so far.
When the UK decides it's gonna have like springtime weather.
Yeah.
Well, not even springtime, but like summertime weather all of a sudden out of nowhere.
Well, like it's a highs of 17 degrees today.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean highs of 17? It's like, it's bloody March 9th right now. What the fuck you getting 17 degrees? And like, don't get me wrong, I'm all for warm weather, all for it. And any other condition, I would have been like, I love this weather. This is amazing. I'm having the greatest time. I love spring weather. Spring is my favorite season. However, when I've spent 150 quid on a tattoo last week for the sole purpose of like, I want to avoid the sun, brother, I had the most stressful time. Not only on Friday, but also on Thursday and Saturday. The two other times, I also went into central London. So I like constantly I'm like, oh cool, like there's no sun out, I could let the tattoo breathe a bit. Bear in mind you're also in central London where it's the busiest thing, where like people are almost walking to you shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah, I mean, not great that we went to Camden, also one of the
Nah.
most like packed places ever.
It is like part of me was like, maybe I should have got it like the weekend after, but like it was payday last week, so I was like, yeah, okay, it's the best time to do it now before.
Yeah, but like, how would you ever predict that?
No, absolutely not. It's like, oh my god. I went to see was it Franz Ferdinand on the Thursday as well.
Hmm.
And luckily me and mate we got like a little like a place by the bar where you can rest your drinks on, but it still like overlooks the stage. You know,
Oh, nice.
you've been to Shepherd's Bush Empire. We saw 1OK Rock there the first time.
Yeah.
Like, so there's like a bar and then there's like a few steps down, then you get the main like standing bit.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And luckily we found the place which was like basically a 2-person spot right next to the bar, like kind of like, you know, like where like a ledge would be just before like a thing.
Yeah.
And we got a place there and it was like you could see the stage, you didn't have to be in the crowd, and I was so thankful that I wasn't in that crowd, because I've been to Franz Ferdinand gigs before and it's getting to a point where like people are in there, like people that used to listen to Franz Ferdinand are like in their like 30s now or like their 40s, so they're getting on a bit. I was kind of expecting this to be like, you know, okay, there's people that there's mosh pitting going on, there's moshing going on,
Yeah.
but like it's usually like only for their bigger songs. But boy was I glad that I got the standing bit there, especially with this, because by the end of the gig literally the whole of the standing bit was almost a mosh.
Jeez.
And I was like, I've never been to a Franz gig where it's happened like that. Like I've been to, like, bear in mind this is the 6th time I've seen him. And I've never seen like the whole that downstairs bit in Shepherd's Bush. The whole thing was pretty much going crazy by the end.
Dang.
I was like, I'm glad I'm not down there because this would have been fucked. That have been like, yeah, just like smudged all the way down, all the stuff there, man. It's like it's in the healing process right now, so like I gotta protect it, man.
Maybe it's a good thing the Jojo thing wasn't on, because there would have been a lot of people there as well.
Yeah, that's true. I wonder, like, because we got there at, what was it, like 2 o'clock? No, half one-ish maybe. Must have been about half one.
Probably.
Makes me wonder, like, if there was anyone there from like opening, like that queued up, be like, oh, cool, can't wait, and then there's like, wait, why is there no queue here? Like,
I really hope there wasn't.
yeah,
I really hope there wasn't. That is.
yeah.
Could you imagine, like, you make the trek, you're there bright and early, just to see this fucking flyer on the wall that's like, nope.
Yeah, it feels like that's
The despair.
I'd feel so bad because people would. That's one thing. People would queue up for this thing.
They would.
It was the day of opening as well. That was the day of.
Yeah.
So like, and if you didn't see that post on Instagram, you would be there bright and early to do that. So, like, if you especially if you planned your holiday around it, man. Like, yeah,
That would be enough for someone to start a villain arc, for sure.
become the new Dio. They walk away like, I can't do the Dio impression. The thing, but yeah, okay.
Could you imagine though, like, you get up early, or you've traveled all the way down from wherever.
You've got a hotel in London, like whatever. Yeah.
You get up early, you make your way out, you're waiting there, you're hyped as anything, and it ain't there.
Yeah, that is bro. Luckily, like at least it's in a place. There is still stuff going on. It's just not the thing you wanted to happen, which is still like,
Yeah.
it's still not great. But
That was the toughest thing,
yeah,
is also because it's like, Camden is like for buying a lot of like clothing and stuff or food.
yeah,
So like, if you're not inclined to do either, it really is just kind of like, well, what do we do now?
I think we're in a slightly different experience as well because us lot, we've been to Camden like loads of time, probably like I don't know, not 100. I feel like 100 is a bit extreme, but like it's something we've done plenty of times before. Like it's not new to us. So the appeal of like going like, oh, cool, we're in Camden though, we can still do things is like, yeah, but we've seen Camden like a shit ton before. We don't need to have a look around Camden again. You know what I mean? So I guess for someone coming into London that doesn't get to visit that often, maybe like, oh, okay, at least we kill some time around Camden. Maybe they found someone else to do, but like, yeah.
True, but at the same time, it's like, we have no idea what the like spread of that is, you know, like people not from London versus like people from London. Because like, if you're from London, you're just kind of like, okay, well, guess I'll get on the train and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And find something else to do. Like,
yeah, it's true.
Which is exactly what we did, but like,
yeah, because that's one thing, like, because I think we were in the mood for like, well, I certainly was more in the mood for like a sit down thing if I was gonna get food, and Camden's good for street food.
I just wanted lunch.
Yeah, yeah, but like for street food, it's fine, but also kind of overpriced as well at some points.
Bruh, I also find though that like, when you're like that though, like when you just, all you know is you want to eat.
Yeah.
I feel like a place like Camden is just like crippling choice. There's just too much.
It's overwhelming. Yeah.
There's so many. You're just like, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I don't know what. I just want some food. And it's like, okay, but there's like 101 options within a stone's throw away. You're just like, what? Where and what and how, and I don't even know anymore.
I think like because sometimes you'll find like the most, like, don't get me wrong, there's like, it's cool that you have a unique stall in Camden. There's like gonna be like, oh look, here's I don't know, Japanese Jamaican food or something like that. I don't know if there is one. There might be somewhere around somewhere. It feels like it could be. But like, it'd be cool to have that one stall, but like then you go there and you're like, oh, but then there's this other thing. There's a burrito place, or there's a Yorkshire burrito thing, and all that. Oh look, or here's this pizza.
Yeah,
you're overwhelmed with choice, which is
everything.
Yeah, it's a lot, and don't get me wrong, like it's just having more choice rather than less choice is, I don't know, I was gonna say a better thing, but sometimes it isn't. But like, yeah, it's an overwhelming amount of stuff in Camden, and when you don't know what you want, and there's like crap ton of people there and it's lunchtime.
Yeah.
And like sometimes you just like, oh, okay, maybe I'll get my food and I sit down somewhere. Like there's no seats to sit down in Camden. Like you can't just be like, oh, I'll get myself a table. Like nah. Like the times that I've eaten at stalls in Camden, I've sat on the floor. It's in like some random corner somewhere.
Yeah, I mean, I was just thinking back to last time for
Yeah.
July and April. We all got separate food, met up and sat on the floor in just a random corner,
Yeah.
enjoyed our food, and then was like, cool, now we're done.
Yeah.
But even then, it took us ages to like figure out what we wanted as 3 separate people.
Yeah.
We all went to a different stall and it took ages just to be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's what I fancy out of the multitude of things.
I like speaking for myself here as well. I'm pretty sure you'd feel the same way. Is that when you're in a group of people and there's like 20 food stalls or whatever, you're not obliged to go to anywhere with your group of people.
No.
You go to the thing that you want.
Yeah.
So everyone's going to be eating at different times as well. So like, unless you literally get there and see the thing you want, the first thing be like, I want that, then like you're gonna be walking around for at least like 10 minutes trying to decide, at least 10 minutes. And then you're gonna be waiting another 10 minutes to get your food, most likely.
Yeah.
And then you gotta find 5 minutes trying to find a seat.
Well, I got lucky last time.
Yeah.
I do know that because like you decided pretty early on, you went and bought and you had to wait.
Mm-hmm.
Our friend had then decided and went off to buy, and I was still like walking around looking. And like I was like, okay, cool, I found what I want. Bought it. They had a bunch like made up.
Okay, yeah.
So then I just got mine, and then by the time I got mine and started walking back, that's when you guys had just started getting your food as well. I was like, oh, wicked.
Yeah.
This is pretty good.
So that's handy then. Yeah. I tell you what actually quite surprised me. I don't think I should be surprised actually, but one of our favorite restaurants in London, Coco Ichibanya, Coco Curry.
Yeah.
I took a friend of the show, Alex, there on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
But like we got to London like probably about 11:30ish, so we got there pretty early.
Mm-hmm.
Coco doesn't open till 12, but we were like, well, we want to eat straight away pretty much. So we were just like, I think we started queuing at like 11:45 or whatever.
Okay.
So like we were the first in line for like opening basically, which is like I've never done before. Every time I've gone to Coco, there's a queue outside and I've had to queue up for a bit, which is absolutely fine.
It's always at least a half-hour wait.
So it's a busy thing. So like we got there, we're like, okay, cool. Like we'll like they do the thing where even though it hasn't opened yet, they give you the menus. You're standing outside, you can look through or whatever.
Yeah.
I know what I'm going for. I get the same thing every time.
Yeah.
Like obviously I think Alex also kind of knew what he wanted as well, but like had a rough idea anyway. But get in at 12, sit down, order the food, and bro, the food was there within 5 minutes.
Wow. Okay. Dang.
I was out of the restaurant by 12:30.
Jeez.
That was one of those things. Obviously, I guess with Coco though, more likely than not, the things that's going to be selling is obviously you got 5 levels of spice in terms of curry sauce.
Yeah.
You'll be doing rice regardless because rice comes with a lot of dishes.
Yeah.
And most people are going to be doing chicken as well.
Yeah.
So, those 3 factors at least are going to be on someone's curry.
Well, I mean, like, also, you're there at opening. They've got to do a bunch of prep beforehand anyway.
I think that's what it is. I think they just knew that what people are going to be ordering, so they're ready off the get-go for it.
Yeah.
But even then, like, when the shop opened, like, I think it probably filled up within 2 minutes, basically. Like, it was like, there was people sat at the store.
It's strange because it's very popular, but also very small restaurant.
Yeah.
So it's not hard to get filled up because you could have, like, 4 groups of people, and then it's like, oh my god, this restaurant's packed.
Because like there's 4 tables at the back, there's 2 booths, and then there's the bar seats as well.
Yeah.
So you can roughly get like maybe 30 people in there maximum, I'd say maximum.
Yeah.
And it filled up really quickly. Like, I mean, people come there like if you come from Japan and you see Coco Curry and it's easy to decide, you just go there. It's sorted, pretty much easy meal.
Well, I mean, it's also in Central, it's the best curry.
Oh, easily, yeah.
Like Japanese curry you're gonna find, because otherwise you gotta go like, I don't know, wasabi or something. And it's not saying anything against wasabi, but like,
realistically, if you're gonna choose a curry place in London, if you say if one of us is in London and
yeah, I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, should we go down wasabi and
get like we're gonna go Coco. Coco's the go-to place.
Oh yeah.
But like it was really just cool to see how quick the turnaround is in that place.
That's crazy.
It's like, and obviously it's a working London restaurant for one, and I imagine there's that Japanese efficiency as well, which is probably in it as well. Like it's a small restaurant. They know what they're doing. I think it's like it's quite cool to see that quick turnaround of it. It's just like the fact that like the food was on the table within 5 minutes was just a cool, like especially with a unique order as well.
I just think that's crazy because every time we've been there, I'm like, we sit around for at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And then, like, anytime you and I have been, it's like, we're there for at least an hour.
Yeah, that's usually from like the queue outside as well. Usually, I'd say.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the longest part about Coco is the queue. That is like that's I'm not that is the longest part that you're gonna be doing. Like the food is like you can munch that down quite quickly. Like drinks are easy. Like at least you have more than one drink. But like usually you just have the plate of food and then you dip. Really.
But I mean, it's like, it's not exactly like a light meal, you know, like you
No.
got, you got rice, curry sauce, and then, you know, like depends on how you like customize your order. But I mean, like my order, I'm like, that's a pretty sizable meal.
When you go Coco's, I was thinking this like when I was there the other day. Like, do you order something different each time?
No.
What you go for the seafood one, right?
Yeah, the first few times we went, my order, well, I was like figuring out what I like.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think like the first time we went, I just got like a standard, you know, like katsu curry.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got like a prawn katsu curry the next
Yeah.
time or the time after or something. But now I go for a seafood curry, omurice curry kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. Because I realized that my order has pretty much not changed at all since
Yeah.
I've been there because I know what I like. I go for like my katsu curry with cheese and thin striped beef.
Yep.
That is like that's my go-to.
I'm pretty sure you've had that every single time. Yeah.
I've had that every time. But like I know like I recommended it to my friend that went the other day. She went and she got like a omelette one as well. And you've had the omelette one. And I'm like, am I missing out by not ordering the omelette thing?
I think it depends.
Mm-hmm.
The reason I like it is because like the egg doesn't like add anything like crazy substantial as a flavor.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, I just like having the extra like thing to eat.
Okay, so it's like if I went again,
Yeah.
would you recommend I get the omelette?
I would always recommend it, but that's also because I just think it's a good combo.
Yeah. Okay.
Cheese, curry, rice, the egg,
Mm-hmm.
and at times, you know, if you wanted to order like spicier, the egg does help to cut through some of the
Yeah.
spice sometimes, you know, because it's like it's all fully cooked omelet,
Yeah.
but
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's that sort of like,
It's fresh. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's like yeah, it's a fresh like kind of.
because it's like the like smoother French style omelet, and because you and I add cheese, so like you got a bunch of extra stuff that sort of helps a little bit with if you went a bit too nuts with spice sometimes, or it's building up.
Yeah. Okay.
Personally, I like it. It's just an extra, like, for the same price I would be paying,
Mm-hmm.
like for my other stuff, I'm getting a bit more food.
Yeah.
That's it for me, really.
Yeah, man. I'm always in those too much. This is like me at a Subway, you know? Like, I know what I want from a Subway. And I don't change my order at all. And I'm the same with Coco. I'm like, I know what I want. And I had very rarely differentiate from it. I had like the curry bun that they do there.
Yeah.
It's the second time I had one.
I can't justify it, man. It's too expensive.
It's $3.50 for the curry bun, right? And the first time I had it, foolishly, I didn't open it beforehand. Or like just let the air escape.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, cool, curry bun. Bit straight into it. Fucking tongues on fire. I'm like, ah, fucking the curry. There's a fucking red hot curry sauce in there, bro. So I kind of fucked up there. But this time I was like, you know what? I'm gonna like just put a few holes in it, like
Yeah.
open it up a bit, let
the heat out. Yeah.
yeah. And honestly, I came away from that meal thinking I don't actually need that curry bun. It's good, and it's like it's got like a bit of like a sweetness to it as well, like a kind of like it has that kind of cinnamony taste to it, which is quite nice.
Okay.
But like I came away with that thinking again what I said before, just because I can order it and I have room for it doesn't mean that I
Yeah.
should. And I don't think I needed that curry bun. I would have been perfectly fine with just with my curry and all that stuff that I had there.
See, the other reason I wouldn't is because you're already there for curry, you know? So
Yeah.
it's like, why do I want a curry bun when I'm
Yeah.
already just gonna eat curry and rice? Like,
I probably felt worse, Alex, because he got the pumpkin croquette. as well. So
Oh, okay.
he ordered one as well. So he had basically 3 pieces of deep fried, like deep fried bits there. But I think that I think would like fill you up a lot more if you have 3 of those like
Hmm.
deep fried bits. Luckily, that's a
See, if they had, I don't remember if they do. I don't think they do. If they had like normal Japanese croquettes, I would try one.
what's the normal? What would you class as a normal?
That's basically just like I think it's
Oh, just potato.
I don't know what type of mince, if it's pork or beef,
Oh,
but it's
okay,
got
yeah, I
potato, like
get you.
onion,
Yeah, ah, okay,
like
like
just like
that.
a
Yeah,
standard croquette. But I'm like,
a meat croquette. Yeah.
something like that deep fried, dip it in your curry sauce would be well good.
That doesn't sound too bad, actually. Yeah, maybe that's.
That's why I'm like, that sounds pretty good, right? If you get it on the side as an extra thing to your curry, I'm like, that sounds pretty banging, right?
That sounds, yeah.
But like to me, to go to a curry restaurant and go, okay, I'm gonna get my rice and my curry,
Hmm.
and I'm also gonna eat curry, but I'm kind of like, it seems a bit like too much.
Yeah, I agree. It does seem like quite a bit.
Also, I just can't, I can never justify it. Ever since going to Japan and like being able to just, like, do you remember that bakery I took us to that time, that like chain one, Vita France?
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
like you go in there and you
Oh,
could just buy a curry bun for
yeah,
like 150 yen or whatever, right?
yeah.
I'm like, there is no way I can go to central London and be like, you know what, buy one for £3.50. I'm like, no, 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 no.
I'm still kind of like, like, don't get me wrong. I love Coco in London. I still think it's like the place I go to constantly.
Oh, I love Coco, but like,
But the markup, bro, is insane. Like,
it's so ridiculous.
I remember like I put a picture at one point of when I went, and one of my friends that I met out in Japan the first time I went, he messaged up, oh my god, they're in London. What's it like? And I'm like, bro, honestly, it's still as good as the Japanese one.
Mm.
However, I'm sure that you'd be astonished by the price of this thing. Like,
It's ridiculous,
yeah,
especially because we've been together in
yeah,
Japan. We
yeah.
went to a Coco Curry, and I'm like, bruh, out there, that's like fast food. I wouldn't say fast food, but like fast food-ish prices, right?
It's a chain, right? It's
Yeah.
like so
You
it's
you're going there and you're probably spending like, I don't know,
a tenner, I'd say.
600 yen to 1,000 yen.
Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah.
£6 to £10 if it was 1-to-1. Get over here. You're paying like 18 quid, man.
Mate, I paid like what was it, 32 for my whole thing in the end. That's like the Coke, that's the curry bun, that's like that all like
Every time we go, I think I spend at least 20 quid.
yeah, it's it adds up. That's one thing, and arguably I will keep spending that money because it is the best katsu in the UK, easily like the best. I'd say so.
I mean, yeah, it's real good, but it's just in hell, man.
Yeah,
The way that the Western world marks up everything authentic,
yeah,
you're just like, bruh, it's crazy. Like, okay, they might have their ways of making the curry and whatever, but I'm like, brother, I can go and buy some fucking golden curry cubes from fucking
yeah,
Lidl
yeah,
for way less. I can make this at home. It might not be the same, but I can fucking make this, brother. Like, what are you talking about? Why are
yeah.
you charging me out the ass?
It's insane. I think that's why I can't really justify getting a katsu curry like elsewhere these days. Like if it's like a wasabi or like a itsu or like a wagamama's, not that I go wagamama's that often anymore these days, just because it's
Oh, God.
expensive for what it is. Like all of those places they do a katsu and I'm like, it's fine, yeah, I can have it, but realistically all I'm gonna be saying is I could be having a better curry. Like it's like you said, I could make the curry sauce at home. I could get a golden curry and stuff like that. So I can't justify getting it elsewhere. I think part of it goes to ramen as well, because when you go to Japan, ramen's like 500 yen, bro. A bowl of ramen's 500.
Oh my, yeah, it's so cheap.
And like there's places have the audacity to be like 15 to 20 quid for a bowl of ramen in some places. And you're like, man.
Bruh, and it's like you go to like the chain place as well, and they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, it's a home blend like tonkotsu." I'm like, bro, tonkotsu. I like tonkotsu. Don't get me wrong,
Hmm.
but tonkotsu ramen is like the basic.
Yeah, isn't it? That's a funny thing. Yeah.
I'm like, are you even doing anything super fancy with it? No,
Yeah.
you're just giving me a bowl of ramen. I'm like, I could have been in Japan and walked past some like random kind old stranger who's pulling their little food cart and bought
Yeah,
the same
man.
bowl for like 100 yen. The fuck are you talking about?
Just go like any random family-run restaurant will give you a decent bowl. You know
Innit?
what I mean? Yeah, like for that shit. Yeah. Oh man, but still, I fucking love Coco, man. And just shower. I just love that place. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like, the justification is because I'm out hanging out with friends, you know?
Yeah.
Otherwise, I like Coco, but I'm like, if I was by myself, I probably wouldn't have spent the money.
See, I don't know. I'm just like, yeah. Any chance to get Coco, I'll go for it. It's one of the
Fair
like
enough.
when lockdown was happening. I remember taking myself to London at one point and just getting myself a Coco. Like, I couldn't sit in a restaurant.
Mm.
It was one of those ones where like it was that weird in between bit where like you can go to a restaurant and pick up food, but you can't sit in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Like you can eat, you can sit outside and eat, but you can't sit indoors and eat. Like it was one of those ones where, and I remember,
You could fucking be a little gremlin outside
oh man,
munching your curry,
bro,
but
I remember specifically going to London because I was like, I want a day out and I need a bit of time to myself because I was in the house all the time.
Mm.
And I was like, I'm just gonna go out and I'm gonna go central, just walk around. I might pop into like one of the Korean supermarkets, get some stuff there. And I remember like for lunch, I was like, I'm gonna go Coco curry, and then I picked myself up my bowl of Coco curry, like whatever I needed there, same thing. And I was like, I need a place to sit now, so end up in bloody Leicester Square, opposite the Odeon, with Batman overlooking me, and like,
to be fair, I mean, like,
as much that was a good day though. That was good spring weather. I didn't have to worry about a fucking tattoo being like burnt. And that was like I could just to sit outside, eat some curry, and just like walk around London when it wasn't packed either. We were talking about this when like there's one point where me and you went into London in lockdown, and it was so dead.
yeah,
And I love that though. Like seeing London with no crowds is like that's a good vibe.
it was strange. It was really strange.
Yeah.
But it's also just thinking back to that as well. I'm like, man, what a crazy time.
Crazy time indeed, man. Like, there's obviously a lot of shit went down, but yeah, man, like, memorable.
Yeah.
Right, we've been talking for almost an hour now. Is there anything else you want to bring up quickly before we wrap this up, Nathan?
Nah, nothing I can think of.
Yeah, sound right. In which case, thank you for listening, guys. Let us know what you think about all the things we mentioned. Did you want to go Jojo's world? Do you love Coco curry? Do you have a tattoo that's almost burnt? Let us know in the comments, I guess. And remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell button for future Cultured Boys videos. Check the links in our description. We've got all our podcast platforms there. And we will see you next time for another Cultured Boys episode. Bye-bye.
Bye.